just honor and privilege to be among a great group of people that represent Bakersfield in such great light. Just a very great feeling, and I'm happy to make my parents and my family very proud.
From a very early age, Megan Langenfeld had goals.
She couldn't get enough. Megan was that type. She was driven. I mean, she wanted to be the best. I could tell that right off the bat. She always talked about UCLA even back then, because I always asked my students, where do you? She goes, I'm going to UCLA. She didn't say I would like to. She said, I'm going.
And a work ethic to match.
She wants to be great at what she does, and she wanted to be great at hitting.
A work ethic that will go down in UCLA annals as one of the best. There's no doubt about it.
Her arrival on the Centennial High campus met with anticipation.
You could tell she was ready to lead, even though, she was a freshman coming out, and she wasn't intimidated at all. She was just ready. You could tell that, there was just really something special about her, and you could just see the love of the game that she had, and it was fun to watch.
Her first practice, memorable, for all the wrong reasons.
We're running on this jog, this warm-up jog, and of course, being the injury-prone person, I find as we're running this hole, and I roll my ankle in this hole, and I trip and I fall, and I'm like, great, a perfect day to start day one. I roll my ankle and I end up just getting through conditioning. I barely can do anything.
It would be a rare misstep for Megan under head coach Jana Chapman.
It's like you could tell there was something special about her, and very determined. She just worked. She gave 110% every time, and she had a knowledge of the game that really nobody I hadn't seen any girls at that age.
A three-time MVP and team captain at Centennial, Megan lived up to advanced billing, earning all-state honors her final 3 years. She was named the Cal High Sports Sophomore Player of the Year in 2004, a year Centennial would win a Valley Championship. The Junior Player of the Year in 2005, and capping off her high school career, she was selected as first-team All-American by EA Sports, and was also named the Kern County Player of the Year.
Centennial was a lot of fun. It was a lot of good friends, a lot of good memories. Softball was a good time.
The numbers to back up those accolades: a career batting average of .530 with an on-base percentage of .651. In the circle, Megan posted a career ERA of 0.19. In 670 innings, she compiled 907 strikeouts and surrendered just 29 walks. Those kind of numbers would intimidate anyone.
She really wanted to go to prom, formal senior, where you deck out in the tux and everything. And one of the boys on the baseball who played for me really wanted to go to the prom with her. But he was so afraid to ask her because he said, and I quote, "Do you know how intimidating it is to want to," he was a pitcher at Centennial, "to want to go to the formal with a girl who would hit a home run off you and strike you out?"
Intimidating and competitive.
A girl from Hanford West got up, and we were beating them, but not terribly at that time. And the girl got up and she pointed out to center field like she was going to hit it out there. And Megan came in with, she had a great screwball, and came in with a screwball and hit her and broke her wrist. But it was something that it was like, and Megan came in, and we went out to the mound as they were attending to this girl, and she goes, "That girl pointed. You don't point out to center field like you're going to hit, you're going to take me out."
Megan's brother, Matt Langenfeld.
She is one of the nicest girls you'll ever meet off the field. Her competitiveness is just night and day. When it goes, when she gets in between the lines, she is a different person. She's a beast. She will outwill people.
In addition to Centennial, Megan was traveling down south, working out with Tony Rico, and playing for his club team, the Firecrackers.
The standard that she set, that's what we're most proud of. She has taken a path that others can take. She's not the strongest, the fastest, doesn't throw the hardest, doesn't hit the farthest, but she's created a persona about herself that's taken her to the top that I think it's important for others to understand that they can follow that.
And Megan took her academics as seriously as her softball.
When they were driving home, she would wear a miner's light on her head while she was doing her homework.
Her winning ways would follow her to UCLA, where she was recruited by Sue Enquist.
When you've been in the game this long, that kind of talent the news spreads pretty quickly.
Her career at UCLA, more of the same on a much larger stage.
Purdy, and that's it. The Bruins head back to Oklahoma City.
Megan's achievements: 4-time All-Pac-10, a 2-time All-American, and her crowning moment, MVP of the 2010 College World Series. Leading UCLA to a national championship, it was a storybook career with a storybook ending.
She's already hit a home run tonight and sends that one to center. And Megan Langenfeld wins it in the bottom of the 8th for UCLA.
I got goosebumps right now. I really do.
I ran around my apartment screaming from room to room.
There have been great home runs in the past. There's no doubt about it. Those that kind of soar. The Megan Langenfeld home run, it's like shot out of a cannon.
She's already hit a home run tonight and sends that one to center.
I knew it right when it hit the bat. Right when it left her bat, I knew that thing was gone.
Honestly, God, when she hit the ball, I thought, that's what hard work does for you.
That one moment where you live for it. Everything became dead silent. It was almost happening in slow motion where the ball's coming and it seems like it's floating. And then I made contact with it, and the instant it came off the bat, I just knew that I had done something special.
Just getting to share in that joy and, you know, all of her accomplishments, it was just really neat.
You can't fake it. That's the great thing about excellence. There's really no margin for error. You can't fake the game. And to see her career that had a little bit of everything in her development, in watching her overcome adversity with injuries, and then at the biggest stage, in the biggest moments, you know, thank goodness she was called upon to deliver.
I talked to her that night after that game. She said, we're not done yet, but what a great way to start your 2 out of 3 series.
Megan and UCLA would get the job done. The national championship trophy wrapped in her arms.
Your performance here in this World Series will go down in history, Megan. What was it like for you out here on this softball field?
My performance doesn't mean anything. It was a team. I was just a small part of it. A bunch of little things add up to a big, great thing, and that's a national championship for UCLA today.
You told me last night that you felt like something special was going on here. What was that?
It's just it. It's it. It's Bruin magic. It's heart. It's our alumni. It's all the support we've had, all the hard work that we've done. It's just it. It feels so good.
Put UCLA on our back and carried us to the end in the most dramatic fashion in the history of the game. I had never seen in all my 27 years, I'd never seen one player become such a vital part, both on offense and defense, since Lisa Fernandez. I'm just thrilled that she was on our side, because I would never want to face Megan Langenfeld. I would never want to be in the other dugout.
From national championship to national team.
She cherished that moment. She is a proud American girl. She really is.
There's been a lot of proud moments watching my sister, and one of the proudest is when she's wearing the red, white, and blue.
She reached the highest that you could in her generation, and to see her go out there and be in the red, white, and blue, it is truly a student athlete's dream to represent your country. And all of us here at UCLA claim her and are so proud of her.
The saddest part is that the Olympics aren't, or you know, the U.S. team isn't in the Olympics, softball isn't in the Olympics anymore, because I think that she would still be playing internationally if that were the case.
She did get to compete internationally and travel around the world and do some special things with the USA program. And honestly, I think just wearing the uniform, having USA across your chest, being able to play the exhibition games, sign those autographs as an American national player, I think that's a pretty special thing for them to experience.
Megan was named the best hitter for the United States national team, winning gold at the Pan Am qualifier in Venezuela. Megan hit an amazing .658 with a team-high 24 RBI, 49 total bases, 4 triples, 4 home runs, and 17 runs scored.
It's awesome putting USA across your chest. You know you're playing for all the little girls that want to wear the red, white, and blue, and it's no better feeling.
Megan went on to play professionally in Japan for Denso Bright Pegasus.
Playing in Japan, being an American player in Japan and a different culture, being able to handle the expectations and discipline of the professional Japanese league, it's been outstanding to watch her be able to handle those standards.
Softball has allowed her to see the world and rub shoulders with legendary UCLA coach John Wooden, an audience with President Obama, a trip to the ESPYs, and hang out with her inspiration to wear number 31, Mike Piazza. Past pitching and hitting instructors and others agree. Megan's success comes from a common denominator.
She was a sponge. She just took everything and remembered it and never had a reminder about anything. So they come along once in a while like that.
A committed kid. A very, very committed girl.
One of those students that comes back and just say, have you done your homework? I didn't have to ask Megan. I knew she'd done it.
The interesting thing that I think a lot of people see is all the triumphs, all the awards, all these honors. But what they haven't seen is how many times she's failed and how many things she's sacrificed over the years, and how much effort and time she has put into this sport.
Megan is currently a graduate assistant coach at the University of Arkansas. Her goal? To become a Division I head coach. University of Arkansas softball coach Mike Larrabee.
No doubt she's going to be a great collegiate coach. She's got a very keen eye for the game, not just hitting, but also pitching, infield, outfield, and catching. She gives us a lot of good advice to our coaching staff. Just a real student of the game.
You're going to see a phenomenal coach. I think Megan's, she's already given back to the sport already in Bakersfield with her travel team, her giving out pitching lessons and hitting lessons. She's giving back, and I think that's the biggest thing we can all do as athletes, is give back, and Megan's already doing that.
You just know with someone like Megan that she's going to do it, and she's going to make it there, and this is just one of her stepping stones right now, but she's going to be awesome.
Let's face it, she can teach hitting and she can teach pitching.
I don't see her doing anything else with the rest of her life, because she has that uncanny ability to not only do it herself, but then show it to other people and teach it to other people. And I think sometimes that's the hardest transition for a lot of players, to be able to coach other people, and she has that.
There's just no doubt she's going to do great things, and she's somebody that I do believe understands that it wasn't an easy road for Megan, and that's important for people to know, because when you look at her accolades and you look at everything that she's received, as an outsider you're going to say, oh wow, good for Megan, she just probably yelled giddy up the whole way and got it done. But she didn't. She had lots of challenges, and that to me validates her even more.
I think we'll see her in a top-notch role in about the next 4 or 5 years as a Division I softball coach.
She's going to be a great D1 coach. She's a great learner. She's a great listener, and she's the girl that will accomplish everything that she sets out to accomplish. I will always remember Megan as that 8th grade girl trying to learn to hit, not the national champ, LA Sportswoman of the Year. I don't think of her in that way. She's my little 8th grade girl that just had the most curious questions about hitting.
Best part of Megan Langenfeld, as far as being a role model, is that there's no level that she's not a role model. Whether it's her personal life, her business life, everything that she does represents something that you would want your kids to be.
Your footprint on this game is already so big. We want you in the Hall of Fame right now when she's in her 20s. Says an awful lot about her, but it also says a lot about the community of Bakersfield that values what this young woman has done in the sport of softball, and more importantly to young females across the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Langenfeld.